cases, starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Harper. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite on the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. Snags it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harper. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think
turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoffs.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Burrow. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And they can't make the connection. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like...
Breaks into the open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On target to the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the run, it's Burrow. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Finds his man. It's Cruz. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Direct snap. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Rushes on him. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finding open areas. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a colossal top 5 matchup. Let's fill you in on what's going on. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the swamp. They're up by 10 over Florida State. The landscape of college football will change dramatically with the outcome of this one, and we will keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Daniel. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Auburn. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harper. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah,
There he goes. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Off the play fake on first down. He wants to take the top off. Makes a grab on the shot. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Daniel. Firing to the right, complete.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Daniel. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown Tide. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running to Green. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Got a little space. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of them, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harper. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. To throw, it's Daniel. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Catch in the middle, it's Cruz. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividend.
Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Looking for a man. It's Daniel. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Dumps it to the back. Tosses it incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 30. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Daniel. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chumps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. Much more on this top 5 matchup should anything change. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quick release by the QB. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Ncaa. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. What a disappointment. No good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's going to...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you have to wonder if going in at halftime in the locker room just slowed down the momentum a little bit for this offense. They had it going so well in the first half. They were up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, scoring points. But here we go. First drive of the second half, and they run into a wall, getting sacked on the 3rd play of the drive. They're going to have to pick it up here in the second half.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they here, David. They've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
Looking to throw, it's Daniel. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Cruz. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Still on his feet. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll try it over the left side. On the move at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He now has 106 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Willis. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Now on the move. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cruz. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 4th down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the big fella. Gets away from one. He's got space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical bend.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The inside handoff. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking downfield, it's Daniel. He's got his man across the middle. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously.
Wide open spaces. At the 30. He's at the... And he waltzes in for the score.
dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. That grab puts him over 3,000 yards for his career.
That's impressive because every week he's got a target on his back. Defenses know the quarterback is looking his way, and still, David, this guy's been able to dice up coverages. 3,000 yards is a big number.
And that speaks to his talent, man. Like, the ability to make plays on the football, consistently catch the ball, just
looking for a huge play. And here's the third interception of the night. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. Alabama pushing the tempo. Snap it to the back. Hard running there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Daniel. Fires to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat-and-mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch...
There he goes! That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Puts it out of the air. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
With the run on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Direct snap. Finds a little space. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Cooks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over UCLA. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Daniel. Got it in the middle, it's Cruz. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Cruz. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Going to throw it over the top of the V. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown time.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Daniel. He makes the grab for the 2-point conversion, and in the final moments, we are tied. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the outside. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Daniel. Got his man on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
If he houses this, it's ball game. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the...
Thank you.